Does the news today make you wanna hurl? And when you flush a poop, do you watch it swirl? It should be easier than trying to spell squirrel. It's Cory and Nina against the world.
Hello and welcome everybody to Cory and Nina Against the World.
That's right, honey. It is episode 7. Lucky number 7. We have an amazing episode for you. It's going to be perfectly splendid.
Super duper perfectly splendid, if you ask me.
Perfectly splendid.
So, one thing you should know about Nina and I is one thing that we do when we're just hanging out and we're just, actually in a shared space together. I miss that so much.
I miss you.
Curse you, Corona. I know. One thing that we used to do, though, was we used to give each other tarot readings. If ever, I don't know, we're going through a crazy time and we want some extra perspective, maybe some universal truths that we can apply to whatever situation we're dealing with, we do actually turn to the tarot and alcohol. But the tarot...
Tarot with alcohol. It's simultaneous.
Yeah, and since I can't be with you in person, Nina, I thought this would be really fun.
This is actually really heartwarming and nostalgic, and I'm very happy that you're doing this for me right now. I love you.
I love you too. It's just like old times. Okay, so think of a question that you want to ask the universe. Set your heart on it. Really set your intention on getting the answer that you so deeply seek or ever. So I'm gonna do a Celtic cross for you. Don't tell me what you ask because I think it's more magical when I don't know.
Nina.
So let's get into it. I'm holding you in the light and I'm thinking about you and I'm, calling to the stars to get some clarity for whatever it is you're trying to seek clarity about. Let's go. So the first card represents you in your present situation. Okay.
Oh boy. Okay.
Let's see. Okay, so I drew the King of Swords, but here's the gag. It's inverted.
What does it mean, Cory?
So check it out, Nina. They say power corrupts and ego works much the same. But there's a difference between analytical and being superficial, between necessary action and callous manipulation. You could argue we're all self-serving from time to time, but can you tell the difference between regular ambition and being power hungry? I don't think the tarot is trying to say oh, Nina's a terrible person, superficial, she's come down to earth. But sometimes I think all of us fall weak to wanting success in worldly terms over what really matters. You know what I mean? So that is something that can relate to everybody. I don't care who you are. All right, card number 2. This card crosses you in your present situation. It's almost as if it's a challenge, something you need to overcome. And it's Temperance, also inverted. There's the potential for great harmony in your life if you disavow any illusions or your ego's own oppression of your higher self. This card relates directly to the card that I just pulled for you. I mean, anybody who is losing sight of what really matters in life is dealing with the ego in a way, because that ego is that thing that gets in the way of the truth. The ego is that thing that gets in the way of the real, and we've all got it. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
This next card represents your mental state. So you have both what crowns you, what you know, your mental knowledge, and then underneath is the subconscious, what you didn't know you knew, but you do know, but you just don't know it because yeah.
Wait.
Anyway, so anyway, this one I'm about to pull is your mental.
Okay. My wisdom.
It's the Chariot. You know that you gotta go. You know that you gotta make it happen, and you know that you are on the path towards making it happen, So you're just getting on with it. And that's okay. That's a great mental approach. I'm sure you'll find success in approaching whatever your issue is in that way. Now for the subconscious, what is buried underneath You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Lord.
Oh, this card looks crazy. It's the Eight of Swords. We see a woman like bound. It is inverted, just adding more stress to it. But even if it was right side up, it's still kind of like crazy looking. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me what it means.
I really feel like you maybe might be at odds with your ego and with self-judgment that you're putting on yourself and an expectation of what you think you have to be. But in actuality, you are right and fine and beautiful and perfect the way you are, Nina. It's just something that we all deal with. And this might relate directly to the question you asked, but it doesn't mean that you're a lost cause. It just means that maybe as of late, in application to whatever you're asking the universe, you're dealing with this. In your past, we have the Three of Pentacles. Going off of the image alone, it's three people working together to build something. You work well in groups and you are very productive. You are a team player. I know that to be true because, hey, look at how amazing our podcast we're making together is. This is just a card that represents your triumphs in the past through the hard work that you put into whatever it is you were trying to build.
This is the past.
That's the past. And then in your future is the King of Wands. When your will is powerful and dominates, judging others can quickly manifest in tyrannical actions or patronizing language. All right, so this card, obviously, it's representing judgment. So in the future, in the near future, if you ever feel like a pulled desire to want to cast judgment on somebody, just, keep that in check, keep that all sort of to yourself, or maybe use a loving language whenever you do give judgment or advice. Hey, we're all going to come in contact with people in our near future who we have to be like, okay, it was kind of cute, but you could have done better. Oh, I love it. So the next 4 cards, that represented you and your present situation. So far, how are we? Does it apply?
It was pretty cute. We could have done better. Is literally the motto of my life, me breaking up with like any ex-boyfriend.
Oh, baby. Yeah. But it's okay. Like none of us are perfect. Like we're all dealing with like shit. You know what I mean? And we're all trying to be the best that we can be. And also, doing a tarot reading like this, where it's like very, it's just like about your energy and your persona and your personality. It's very brave to do that on like a show for people to see. So like, y'all give Nina grace and respect because she is that bitch. The final 4 cards really represent like external forces. So this is like the part where we tell the future, kind of. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna go through them quick. So the Emperor, that's your attitude. You know that you are that bitch that I just described. You've got a sort of a confidence about you now that you've stepped into because you know who you are and you know what you have to offer, and it's good. So it's a powerful card. It's representative of your power. Your surrounding energies, the Three of Swords, you just, it might mean that like, because you care so deeply about people, sometimes your outside influences can be a bit of a detriment to you, the outside influences in your life. I hope I'm not one of them. Like a storm, pain passes if you're willing to let it. But as they say, you got to feel it to heal it. So yeah, surrounding energies like external forces, as maybe like relationship or family or coworkers add extra stress on your situation. And you care so deeply, so you internalize some of that. And that's kind of, it's just, it's because you're a little bit of an empath, you care.
A lot of it.
A lot of it, yeah. Like you care what people think and, you want to make everyone happy. Hopes and fears. It's the Two of Swords. I see somebody who is like strong, confident, who knows who she is, but that's the hope and the fear. You're also a little bit apprehensive about stepping into that power because it means that you have to face all of this darkness that we talked about, and you have to overcome all of that. Finally, it's the outcome.
Oh gosh.
The outcome, if you continue down your present path, but of course you have the power to change that.
The devil.
No.
Yes.
I don't think I'm gonna read this one. Okay.
What is
All
it?
right. It's the Ten of Swords. It's somebody who is literally impaled and like multiple times by multiple swords, and it's inverted. Well, the future
Oh wow.
might be a bit of a struggle if you don't get that ego in check, honey. When she rears her ugly head, know that you are the emperor and you have power over that. Listen, this was a good reading because now you know.
This whole ego trip is funny because I do feel like I'm in a constant battle of wanting to step in my power, but letting other people, you know, be the aggressor in that way, which is like absolutely what happens. It's like working for a company instead of working for myself. It's kind of like I like being told what to do.
Oh my gosh. That's like literally the burden of the people pleaser.
Yes, it's the burden of the people pleaser.
What was your question?
My question was actually wondering whether I need to be. My question literally was, shall I continue to work for other people or shall I continue to work for myself?
This was the perfect reading for that.
I know.
Really, it's saying the tarot basically just said you can do either, but make sure you're putting yourself first. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Do we have something special for you? We have a guest, a fabulous guest. His name is Oliver TwiXt, spelled with an X. He's most well known for appearing on Chasing Atlanta. He's a musician, a fabulous musician, Stream Sugar on Spotify. And he's like picking up a lot of fame right now for curating like this amazing ANTM tea spill on YouTube. This is Oliver TwiXt, everyone. Say hello.
Hi.
Oh my gosh, we are so excited to have you on the show. I was prepping with Cory earlier and I was like, I am going to act like I am ANTM's #1 super fan and literally ask him everything I want to know because you actually have all the tea.
It's true. It's true. I feel like he
That
has
is
more.
so cute.
I feel like you probably at this point have more tea than we do, and we've been on the damn show.
Yikes. You may be right.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe
you
right.
talked with some of the legends. I saw that you sat down with Nigel Barker. You talked to like people from the early seasons of ANTM. First and foremost, how did you come about, deciding to do this, and how did it start? Like the curation of like the ANTM recaps and all of that. Like, how did you come about all of that?
Okay, so here's the dealio, right? So the executive producer of the T.S. Madison Experience is David St. John, who used to be a longtime producer on Top Model, right? He was gone by the time you guys got there, but I think he told me he worked from cycles 5 to like the very beginning of 17 and he left. But we started production on this show the same time that Jay Manuel started doing his expose chats every Friday, right? And so just from spending time with David, he came to find out that I love Top Model, but like I was a super fan. Like I was like, David, what cycle you were there? He was like, da-da-da. I was like, you remember this? He was like, oh my gosh, bitch, like you're really good. So anyways, one time I think David went back home and he was like, I talked to Jay Manuel and I told him all about you and he wants to meet you. And I was like, what? What do you mean he wants to meet me? He was like, he wants to meet you. So I was like, okay, cool. So I think the next thing I did was get a book from Jay Manuel. I did a vlog. He loved it and reposted it. And then we exchanged numbers. And he was like, well, I'm about to do the last chat. Do you want to be like my co-host? And I was like,
oh my gosh.
That's so
sure,
fun.
why not?
That's
and
so
so
fun.
he was done. he was done. And so I was like, okay, he's done now, but I don't think we got all the tea. So I'm not doing anything. Let's go digging. And so I dug. And we're here.
Man. Oh, man.
Did you ever?
Yeah, for those
Was
of you
that
who don't
story
know.
long?
No, it was good. It was
okay, well, good.
That sums it up. Listen, for those of you who don't know, this is like tea beyond what you might expect. Like, I feel like you are getting people to share like their deepest, darkest experiences on the show in a way that I've never seen them talk about it before. And it's so interesting to me because like you always think like after you watch a season of ANTM, well, I wonder what happened to the models, but you don't hear anything. You don't hear anything from them.
But you're so cute. People just like want to open up to you. Like do
you think that's what it is? What is it?
Oh, I think so. I mean, like I'm like over here, like your teeth are so
wait,
white,
hold on.
Your hair is so on point, and I'm like, I want to be your best friend. Hi.
Wait, Nina, hold on. Nina, I'm sorry, girl. I'm sorry, because I'm in your house. I'm in your house. I done lost my motherfucking mind. Can I curse? Wait, can I curse?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nina, I'm talking to the Nina from Cycle 20 of America's Next. The motherfucker, Nina from Cycle 20 of America's Next Top Model. I bow.
Wait, let's talk about you though before I get into all that gossip because I feel like the kids went and out. So Oliver TwiXt with an X. Surely your parents didn't name you that. What is this name? I love it.
Okay, so my real name is Eddie Oliver Jr., right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I always knew I wanted to be an entertainer and all the things, but I was like, no one's gonna like root for Eddie Oliver Jr. Like, coming to the stage, Eddie Oliver Jr.
I like it.
So lame. So I was like, well, I think I've always had an appreciation for like old style. So like I have a thing for like 90s, 80s, 70s. Like I like things that are real nostalgic, but I feel like my ideas puts a twist on them. And so that's when I started doing music and rapping, and I could rap really fast. And so it was like Oliver TwiXt.
I see what you did there.
Great. So you actually like it was your like stage musician name before it was your YouTube personality name.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I know you're a friend of Renee's. That means you're honorary fam with us too.
We heard a rumor that you were going to visit her.
Oh, wait. Who told you I was going to visit her?
Renee herself.
Yeah.
That bitch is so vain. Do you?
I love it.
No, I'm gonna get her. I love Renee, but let's analyze the being named Renee. I told her that I was coming down to visit home to watch the second episode of the show that I'm on with my family. And of course, we're going to set aside a day to hang out with all of the top model girls in South Florida. And that bitch has taken that story and came and told y'all that I'm getting on a plane to see her. What
I mean, what else is there to see out in Miami?
That is funny. I love her for that. Yeah, he's going to see me.
Yeah.
But no, yes, I am going to go hang out with her.
What video would you say that you've done, like in the history of all the videos you've done, like which one is the juiciest?
Ooh, that's
the juiciest. Oh, I think nothing beats that. Oh, I was gonna say Shandy.
Shandy! Oh my God, he spoke to Shandy?
You didn't know that? Yes.
Girl, he's spoken to like every single one, except for you.
Well, I didn't watch Shandy.
Shandy was really good.
Okay.
Yeah. Shandy was really good. Shandy was like the first one that really like, it just went left. It just went left. Everyone was like.
She was ready to talk about it. She was like.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she was ready. Like, Mama was ready.
I love it.
Eugenia was good.
Oh, I loved Eugenia. I know she was like the mean girl on the season, but like, what did Eugenia have to say about it?
Ooh! I think the juiciest story that sent me into flames when she was like Mame from Cycle 22.
Yeah,
Mame from Cycle 22.
Yeah.
She's friends with Eugenia, and she was like when Mame and when Mame was filming for Cycle 22, Tyra came up to Mame. This is according to Eugenia, by way of Mame. So I don't want nobody. Don't come effing with me now, okay?
It's hearsay. Yeah.
But Mame was like, Tyra came up to her and was like, You remind me of this other girl who was on Top Model, Eugenia, that bitch. And then, so my maid went and told Eugenia that story gagged me. I was like, oh.
I'm always so shocked when I hear these crazy stories about Tyra. Cause I've not seen that side of her at all. Like I've seen the, obviously we were all rooting for you. Like that, I get that.
I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you?
But that is like the extent of her crazy from my vantage point. I'm always like, whoa, she did what?
Well, that's funny. I was 18 when I did the show. And so I literally didn't know a fucking thing or two about like actually winning and what that would mean. So I was like literally walking around set like I had like butterflies coming out of my head. Like I was like, oh, this is such a great experience. Thanks for everything. Oh, what?
So that's what happened to you. That's how that man got in your head.
Yeah.
I could have jumped to the TV and whooped your ass.
I wish that I had any inkling of an experience with reality TV because I literally had zero idea. Like
I was like, girl, you can't let the trade get in your head, girl. You can't let the trade get in your head. Tell the boys no.
Yeah, listen, I'm so happy you're here to tell her that because I feel like
Tell the boys no.
I feel like I'm like her mom, like constantly saying this over and over to her. But when someone else says it, like someone with credibility, like she's gonna listen. Maybe there's hope for my little girl.
Nina has boy problems.
What?
Nina has boy problems.
Welcome to. This is Nina. Hi, this is Oliver.
Oh,
like this is like.
What kind of boy problems is it?
I mean,
she get a boys too much.
Listen, she just lets them kind of rule over her. She doesn't.
Oh no, Miss Nina.
Stop attacking me.
It's not an attack. It's not. I'm sorry. I love you. I love you so much. It's all out of love, always. Oh my God. It used to be that way. I'm sure, Oliver, you have experience with this too. Do you feel like these ANTM winners are predetermined and like it's a rigged competition?
Ooh.
Based on talking to the very many people you've talked to?
Yes, I would say so, yes.
Me too, I think so. So that's the gavel on that.
Yeah, I think so.
Nina's like, really? Whoa!
No, you are literally a wealth of knowledge. I swear, because I'm like, yeah, Cory and I have had these conversations, but like, my jaw is dropping because like, if you can confirm, then we're not crazy. That's what it means.
Yeah. I want to ask you a question, Oliver. After all of this tea has been spilled, like about our show, would you be willing to interview Miss Tyra Banks herself if she asked?
Oh, of course.
Oh, I would love that. I would love that so much because I love her and I would love to hear her stance on all of this drama that, you know, and all, like really all of the negative things, particularly the negative things that people have said about her. Because through it all, you know, I mean, I told you this in our interview. I still love her. I do. She's done more good in my life than
she would never.
Yeah.
She would
never.
Yeah,
she would never.
You've also created something that people can't get anywhere else. Like when I say the reason I call it this top model curation is because it is a curation. It is something so like historic because you know what's true. And honestly, I think every ANTM contestant owes you some gratitude for even creating this and you know giving another platform for us to get our truths out because it's almost as if our voices only exist in that little fishbowl, but nobody knows what we really think and what we really feel. And so when I had that opportunity, and I hope Nina, you get this opportunity to talk to Oliver.
She will.
Yeah, I would love that.
Will you pencil me in, Oliver?
Oh, stop it, Nina. Nina, I just think you're so fabulous. I think in my chat with Cory, I was like, I'm so mad at Nina because she was supposed to go on and she let that boy get in her head. And I want to beat her ass.
What are you talking about? I don't.
You were supposed to beat Jordan. Ooh. Did I say that?
Nobody was supposed to beat Jordan.
Because that shit was already written in stone. She was gonna win.
Yeah.
We already know that. But I understand. I just needed to be a little bit more like well-versed in life. Duh. That's the only critique I have for myself.
That was funny.
Yeah, it's just the truth.
Well, in any case, it really gave way for like a more honest conversation. And, you know, I feel like we are grateful to you for doing
thank
this.
you.
It's great. You're an excellent facilitator.
What I appreciate about this is that I've like fallen into like teachable moments. Like there was a moment with Casey and I that was like a nice teachable moment about people who don't understand the queer world. There's some other teachable moments about like domestic violence, drug use, dealing with death. Like really good shit is going on. There's a interview I had to like have like a mediation call first to see if I can get it done. We're still working on it to see if it can happen, but I'm pretty sure it will happen. And when it does happen, I think it's going to be very good for the ATM universe. Ooh!
Is that all you're gonna say?
Can I this is like the most generic.
So dramatic.
This is the generic question because I probably know you can't freaking say anything about it, but which cycle?
Ooh, 4.
Oh.
You know what? It's so true what you said about the conversation just going into something more serious or just something more heartfelt, depthful naturally. And that's because we have depth to us. You know, we exist beyond what you saw on that TV screen. We are full human beings, you know, with a wealth of experience, and we've got shit going on. So it's great that we get to talk about it in that way. You and I had a really serious and deep conversation. And I want people to know that like the humanity should always be at the forefront, you know, of everyone. When you're making an assessment of who they are, just remember that's a human being. 2 quick questions.
Yes.
Who's your favorite RuPaul's Drag Race contestant right now?
Ooh.
In both the US and UK. You have to give me 2.
Okay. My favorite UK contestant has to be Bag of Chips. I love her.
Okay.
I love Bag of Chips.
I'm talking about this season. No, airing now. Baga was old news.
I haven't watched this season yet.
Oh. And
you're out. You're fired. You're fired from Cory Nina Against the World. I'm kidding.
No,
have you watched it?
I'm sorry.
Have you watched? You were texting me about RuPaul, like, oh my God, I love it. Like, are you watching? And you haven't watched it.
No, I was texting you about the US version. Don't do that, bitch.
Well, who's your favorite on the US version then?
Oh, Simone. My name's Simone and I'm here for the ride.
That's a damn good answer. Simone is doing it right. She's bringing back 90s fashion. Nina, have you seen Simone yet?
I'm fired because I haven't watched either.
You're
fired from my own show.
You're fired.
You're fired from Cory Nina Against the World.
Yes, she definitely gets the papers.
What do you want the kids to know about you besides all of this ANTM shit? Because I think you're an extraordinary human being, and I don't want you to get lost in just
artist.
Like, you know, all around, fiercely talented.
Oh, thank you.
You have a genuine soul, a really great personality. Like, what are you working on now that you want the kids to know about?
Like, what other shows do you think that you're gonna do?
Ooh, I absolutely loved Flavor of Love. And one of my cast members on the T.S. Madison Experience is actually the queen of reality TV, Tiffany New York Pollard.
I love Tiffany
I made
so
you kick it off with her. Let's pause right fast. Even that just coming out of my mouth is like,
I love her.
I just said one of my cast members is Tiffany New York Pollard. Like,
Yeah,
how do you process that?
You made it. Like, that's
I
it.
don't know, bitch.
When we were talking to Renee, she was like, "Oh, I did a Beyonce video," and we're like, "You can quit everything now."
Yeah,
like,
I was like, you made it. Like, it's chill.
You literally can just quit. You're done. Like, no, I'm kidding.
Let's do a joint reading for Oliver. You pull the cards and I'll read. Okay.
100%. Okay. So,
Oliver, ask the universe a question. Yeah, set him up.
What I'm going to need you to do is ask the universe a general question, whether that be like, am I in the right relationship? Am I in the right path? Am I on the right path in life? Am I going to be rich, famous, and successful? Like any of those things. I want you to just think real quick.
Set your heart on it.
Transfer the energy over to me.
Do I say it out loud?
No. Tell us after. But like,
Okay.
think it, feel it. Like, feel it with your liver. You know what I'm saying? That's what they say. That's
Am
what
I
they say.
asking it or like already believing it?
Oh, you're asking the universe for clarity. So it's like, what is it that you're unclear on? I know you've got something in your life you're unclear on. We all do. So think on that. As
And
Nina
ask the
shuffles his cards,
cards.
Nina, you're gonna think on Oliver.
I'm picking up the energy.
Yeah, you're gonna think on Oliver. Hardcore.
Dude, why do you just sound so sexual?
Whatever. Okay, are you ready? Do you have it in your heart?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
All right,
So spooky shit.
Oh, we're getting magical on you real quick. So
This is your past.
yeah. In application to what you were thinking, Queen Beryl comes up, the devil. So the devil isn't necessarily like a negative card, although it can totally be taken that route. It just represents like your deepest, most dark and suppressed desires. Is something that has been kind of like, I don't know, chained, but you in the past maybe like broke that chain and let that like darkness kind of show, or that dark energy. Sometimes it's just like a fearlessness, like a willingness to jump into something in a way you never have before. It doesn't necessarily mean evil, but that is kind of like that's what that card represents.
It doesn't mean evil. It basically means that you kind of let the darkness rule you in the past. Like,
yeah, uninhibited.
Yeah.
Mm.
This is your present.
This is your present. Oh, yeah, it's strength.
It's strength. It's an inverted Sailor Jupiter.
Sailor Jupiter is a bad bee. And I love it when strength is inverted. It calls us to question our strength. And even in how you were asking us, like, I don't know what, like when you were telling us about like your uncertainty with regards to like where you're going to go in your career and like what you're going to achieve. The strength card inverted kind of, it really does represent a questioning of that strength that is there, that is inherent in you, that is you. You are a bad bitch. You are that bitch. You are strong. Yeah, I think that goes without saying. But because it's inverted in your present state, you might be questioning that every now and again. And
gotcha.
Yeah, you don't need to do that. You don't need to waste your energy on wondering whether you have what you need, because you've got it.
Gotcha.
And, yeah, and in the future.
And in the future. Wow, this is great.
Oh, that's good. The Hierophant. So yeah, Sailor Mercury, it does represent like really just wits, common sense.
Wisdom, intelligence.
Wisdom is a great word. You're going to, like, whatever it is that you're achieving, you're going to use that in application and succeed and slay, because you're going to take the proper analytical approach that you need to take.
And it's not luck, it's smarts. Ooh.
Yeah.
You guys are so cute. Ooh. That was amazing.
That's
a little reading for you. I don't know. I hope you got something out of it.
No, I did. No, I really did. That was actually really good. I was actually about to tear up a little bit.
Oh, stop.
What did you ask?
Should I say it?
Yeah, we did the reading usually.
Oh, I said, am I going to be rich, successful, and famous?
Yes. And it makes sense that the Hierophant would draw, because I think in order to have success in worldly terms, you do have to kind of be a thinker.
If you put your mind to it.
Yeah. This world is so, like, you have to be, like, cerebral in order to, but it's not real. Like, it's all bullshit. Like, what's real is, like, that strength card, like the spirit and all of that.
Oh my God. Can we just look at this, like, A+ draw?
I love it.
Is it cool? I don't know anything about this.
Are you a Sailor Moon fan by any chance, Oliver? Oh,
and ready for the river is the one is the moon.
Which one would you be?
Yeah.
Which Sailor Scout would you be?
Ooh, so I haven't seen Sailor Moon in so many years. I used to watch when I was younger. But whoever whoever was the one, I think the green one is the one I liked. I think, and then there was another one who had like
Jupiter, that's you. Oh, that is you. She's strong, but she's a lover. You know what I mean? Like she's really like she's a bad bitch. She's like all about her shit, but she's got a tender heart and she's a sucker for love. That is you.
Mm-hmm.
That is you.
Oh, don't. Oh.
I love that.
I'm gonna send you a picture of this card. You can make
you should.
your background.
That's who you drew. I love the tarot, and I love Sailor Moon, and I love you.
I love you. Seriously.
This was magical.
Thank you so much for agreeing to do this with us.
Oh, of course.
And we think you're all that and a bag of chips. See what I did there?
You're just so cute, Nina.
I try. I really do. But if you could tell the kids where to follow you.
Oh, yes.
Where can they find you?
Yes, the children can follow me at He is Oliver TwiXt. That's TWIXT on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Oliver TwiXt, TWIXT on YouTube. Or if you're real lazy, just go to www.olivertwixt.com.
Yes.
I love it.
Ooh, he's got a .com. He's a real professional.
I've got a .com.
I don't have a fucking .com. Somebody sue me.
Somebody get this girl. Somebody come get this girl. We gotta help.
And I say that I'm grown and I've learned so much. Anyway.
We have a ways to go.
Life is a journey. Anyway, like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this episode. We've got more fun coming for you next week. Mwah!